Hey everybody, it's Angela, and I just wanted to do a share of how I organize or inventory some of my craft items. And I recently got some new embossing folders at Tuesday morning, and I added them to my inventory. And I thought I'd go ahead and share this because I haven't seen anyone else doing this, and it really helps. It's really helped me keep track of what I have and remember, more to use what I have. And so I thought I'd go ahead and share this. What I do when I buy a new embossing folder is I take a picture of it off the internet. I just look it up, I just Google it, Google image search, find it, and then I save a copy of it in a folder. And so I have all my embossing folders here. Let me zoom in. And what I do is, in this case, I printed it out, and some of them come two in a package, so where they came as a set, I went ahead and left them. And then I put the name of it, Bingo, and then Sizzix behind it. So I know it's called Bingo, and it's by Sizzix, and it had these two embossing folders. Now I know this is a small picture. I don't really need much more than this because it just reminds me that I have it. Like this one was a Doris bow die, so it's called Bow Doris. And you can see this is the little bow image it makes. It's one of those 12-inch or close to 12-inch long embossing folders. And then I have the one that I just purchased here the other day, Brick Wall Doris. And there's the image. I just got it off. I just Google image searched it. This is a basket weave by We Are a Memory Keeper. And it has like another little, like a chain length and a basket weave, but there's enough there to remind me of what it is. So I can kind of just glance at this and know I have this one with the knife, fork, and spoon, or this embossing folder with the film strip, or florals, and or this globe one. And I like it because when you do these small images, it puts the name below it. So let me zoom out here. And you can see, now you can also print it, and I did a sample of it. You can also print it 9 on a sheet. But when you choose 9 on a sheet, it doesn't print the name like it does when you print a contact sheet. And that's what this is called. It's called a contact sheet. And this, so I tried printing it 9 up, and you can see the images better, but it doesn't have the name. So it's whichever one. They each have their pros and cons, and there's more pages when you do it this way. So there's pros and cons to each way. This way I can see the images bigger, but it does have more pages and it doesn't have the name. Whereas this one all fits on one page. It has the name underneath it and the manufacturer, but it is small. But this doesn't bother me. This is the way I normally do it because all I need is a reminder. It'll refresh my memory of what I've got in my stash. And then, so these are all my embossing folders. Then I also have a file where I put, I used to belong to the Personal Shopper Monthly Club for Hot Off the Press, and I did for quite a few years, and they would send me templates in their Personal Shoppers, or I would buy templates, back in the early 2000s and stuff. And I want to use them more, so I went ahead and printed them out. But this shows me, it's 2 pages, exactly which ones I have in my stash. You can see I have, 3D cupcakes, 3D flowers, 3D ornaments, 3D pop-up. Then it goes in, I've got a couple of the design kits that they offer. I've got easy circles. Then I've got the easy ovals and easy stitches. And so this just kind of reminds me, what it is, and it has kind of the name. Now it does, if your name gets too long, it centers your name below the photo. So it's chopped off a little bit of the, it should say easy vintage labels .jpj. But you can see it's kind of cropped off. But just having this is enough. I know what the name is. And it just refreshes my memory you know, to what I have. And so I just keep this up in my craft room, and as I buy stuff, if I were to buy another one of these online, when I'm checking out, I would probably take the thumbnail picture from when I check out and just save it into this folder just instantly, right when I order it on the web, if I order it from the web. If I were to buy something from a store, like I did that Doris embossing folder, when I get it home and take it apart, I just Google search an image and save it into the folder. So these are all my templates. And then the biggest file I have, of course, are my die cuts, because I've had a die cut machine for quite a few years, probably about 10 years now. And so this is my die cut stash. Now, the other files I just did alphabetically. This one I went through and I put a word in front of it, like these say album in front, because these are die cuts that make albums. And then I go into animals, so I have a bunch of animals like birds, rabbits, chickens, deer, farm animals, pig, and stuff like that. So I've kind of put a category in front of them. I have just a couple birthday, I have 2 birthday cake stamp sets, so those are my 2 birthday ones. Of my bow dies, I have, like, this is a Maggie Holmes collection. It came with a camera, a bow, and a banner. You can see that. But I seem to use the bow the most out of this collection, so I went ahead and included it in the bow category. I do have a camera category, but I know that I have this, so when I'm looking through this inventory sheet, it's easy for me to refer back. But so I have this Maggie Holmes bow die. I have this one, which is a mix and match. This paper smooches. This one by Crafter's Companion that I just got here recently. And then this one here, these tiny or truly gifted bows. So those are all my bows. And then it goes into, what are these, butterflies. So this one, even though it has flowers on it, I would probably use it for the butterflies because I have a lot of flower dies and stuff already. So I went ahead and put it under butterflies. I've got this hot off the press butterflies, these new Sizzix ones, this older, one of the first die cuts I ever got, this older Sizzix butterfly, and then these here. So, you know, then it goes into cameras, and I put the film strips and cameras together in the same category. So I have these 3, but I do know that I have that Maggie Holmes one as well. And then I have ones that are, you know, cards and envelopes. So I've just done it in categories and then printed a contact sheet out for them. So let's see. It's kind of hard to show you guys because the images are so small, but let me turn it kind of sideways. So it goes through cards, and with the cards, because I would make a shaker card, I have a confetti, and then I have this card that, like, you can put gift cards inside. So I'd kind of, you know, picked what I would put in a category when I make cards. Then I kind of go into Christmas. So I have some Christmas trees, wreaths, ornaments, gingerbreads, and poinsettias, reindeer, snow globes, and stuff like that. These are my Christmas dies. And then I have these doily dies. So I have a doily category which has these different types of doilies and lace borders. So I have this one lace border in here, and I included that with it. This half doily. Here's another kind of lacy one, lace borders. So I put all the kind of doily-ish type motifs all together. And then I have 2 that are Easter. And then I have 2 that are emojis. And then it goes into the floral, and that's a long category. So I think all the ones on this page are in my floral category. So I have a lot of flowers. And then I have ones that are just foliage. So these are like ferns, like tree boughs and little fronds and leaves, all these different tree leaves, palm leaves, things like that. So that's another category. And then I have some that are frames, so a bunch that are just like little frames. And then I have a couple that are hearts, so I have a heart doily shape and stuff in there. Then I also have this kitchen section, so kind of kitchen type dies, and then it goes into banners and labels and banners, I think, yeah. And then motifs, I just did some that were just different motifs. And then I went into nested shapes after that. And so you get the idea. There's all my nested dies. And then some ocean. I have 4 that are like ocean themed. I have 3 that are on the edge. And then I just have some others like ballerinas, airplanes, canning jars, bicycles, this lamppost that I just got. And these are just like others. And then it goes into these like rosettes and pinwheels. So I put all my rosettes and pinwheels together. And then here are my snowflakes. This one I got like a couple weeks ago. This one I just got, and this is the one I had. So now I have 3 big snowflake dies. Then I have 1 little snowflake cluster. But when I go to pick a snowflake, I would also cross-check with Christmas. And if I go back to Christmas, let's see here. With this reindeer, there's like a small snowflake, and I think in this snow globe, there's a small snowflake. So I kind of know to cross-check and everything. If I'm looking for a snowflake, would double-check Christmas as well. So then I have stars and starbursts, and then tags and tabs. And I also put in like the Rolodex tags. Then I have 2 that are wheat, and then I have just words and alphabets are the last of it. And so that is how I do it, and that way I can just kind of flip through and find, if I'm looking for a word, I'm going to look down here, but then I'm also going to look through some, again, like some of these things that are Christmas is going to have like the word joy is in there. So I know I've got that word, and there's in the other category, let's see here, if I look under the other, there's this thing that says just a note. There's also, here it says you and me and hello and smile in this one, and there's also a camera, so there's another camera. So I do have to kind of look through, but it's easy for me to just look through and find what I need. And so let me just show you quickly what this contact sheet is. So I did a screen capture of my screen, and I have a Windows PC, and I just have a file folder that I save, like these are all of my templates that I got from hot off the press. And so I open that folder and I select all so that I highlight all of my templates. And then I just go to print, right click, print. And what you want to do is once you've got them all highlighted, I undo this box. It says fit picture to frame. I unclick that because sometimes it enlarges it and cuts off too much of your picture. So I always uncheck the fit picture to frame box. And then I scroll all the way down and I do the contact sheet. And it gets 35 on a page, and it prints out, like I said, it prints out the little title underneath. So that is all you do. And then it shows, like when I did this, it said it was going to be 2 pages. And so I printed out the 2 pages, and there you go. And then I take that up to my craft room, and I usually take my older one, and sometimes I stick it in my purse if I'm going shopping so that I know when I'm in the store what I've got. Or if I'm going to order something online, I can grab this to make sure I don't duplicate myself or something like that. And so it's really been working well for me, and so I thought I'd go ahead and put it out there. I'd like to have this system for all my polymer or all my stamps, rubber stamps and stuff, but I don't have it set up that way, so and it would take a little bit of time to do it, so I don't know if I'm going to do that anytime soon. But yeah, so anyhow, this is how I categorize and inventory my templates, embossing folders, and dies, so that I know what I've got. It inspires me to use it a little more often, and I don't forget about it, and I don't repurchase it. So anyhow, I thought I'd just go ahead and share that, and if you have any questions or any ideas for me that can make this even better, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!